This is the backyard, guys, and these are all pots. This is a potted garden. It's just some compost that I made. This is the compost from the other videos on my channel. These are pots that were so small, and it hasn't rained in like over a week, and the compost itself just wasn't enough, and it didn't have anything but chlorinated water. My rain barrel was out, so unfortunately those plants aren't doing as well. But hopefully it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so all this stuff is going to get a lot of water at that point. But nothing's wrong with anything that's planted in the ground. It's only stuff that's planted in pots that I'm having trouble with right now in terms of needing water. Like even the seedlings I'm putting down are doing fine. You know, so it's just the fact that this is above ground and air's circulating around it, and it's causing it to off gas and vaporize, and all the humidity, all the moisture is coming out of it. So yeah, anyway guys, potted gardens are definitely not the way to go in the summertime when you got all the heat. Just too much work. I have this is a little area that we usually have planted this time of year, but we just threw a bunch of regenerative plants down to sell it. So, but this is the bed that we've been using the most over the years in terms of growing things that we really care about, and things like okra that my girlfriend loves. And man, this bed has been great. The soil is so good. It's the first bed that I started when I got the property. But this is a really cool little container I've got, because these are all scions that I'm sprouting. So, or not rooting, actually. Rooting chamber, I guess is what you would call that. And the hydroponics is doing well. We brought some stuff that was inside out now. This is like 2-year-old celery. This celery is awesome. But yeah, it just keeps going. We keep cutting it off, and it keeps putting out shoots for us. So longevity spinach, that's a good one. But the carrots, man, they came up really well. The daikon, it's just so beautiful. Let me show you real quick. Give you a general overview of the backyard here. This is our hot tub that we got under this black. And that's a Dutch bucket system back here. So hydroponic Dutch bucket system. Usually we grow tomatoes on this. That's why we've got it like this, because the tomatoes come up. And you'll see in some of the other videos that I have how this works. But man, it's just been a great system. But recently it started messing up on me, and I just figured out what it was. There was a kink in this line. When I put the pump down in the reservoir, it made a kink in the bottom of the bucket, and as soon as I took that out and cut the line a little bit shorter, the pressure from the pump shot up, and all the lines cleared and all the clogging got out. Oh man, I'm so excited. This is great. But I mean, we're tearing it down anyway because we're moving, or giving it to the people that are buying the house. An incentive, yay! But yeah, so this is what it looks like from this angle. Just beautiful, man. The daikon just worked out really well this year. You guys can see some of the roses that are coming on. This is my favorite rose, and it looks beautiful this year in comparison to how it's been when I was using different methods and I didn't know how to really make good compost. But yeah, so got some seedlings that we're just starting. I've already planted a few in these buckets, and then we had a frost the night that I actually did that, so those aren't looking all that well, but they're coming back. These guys are looking pretty. See some tomatoes in there. Those are cherry tomatoes. We want to get that real mineralized flavor. Yeah, so Maggie spot. And this is our plum tree. This is the ornamental plum, one of our favorite trees, and from this angle it is just absolutely beautiful. It's very cool. This is what it looks like when we come out of the house. So we like to have it so we can see everything from the porch. Daikons everywhere, and these are actually flowering a little better than the other ones I showed you, so these will probably be done in another week or two as well. Yarrow, plant yarrow everywhere, love it. And this was a moringa tree, but I don't think it's going to be coming back this year, unfortunately. I don't think there's any room. Normally, if you really take care of this over the winter and keep the soil warm, even in our zone, I've been told these will shoot outside runners and throw up a whole nother plant, you know, somewhere else in the yard. But because it's in this little container, I think it got too cold. It didn't have the warmth that it would have had in the ground. So unfortunately, but we did plant some in the ground. There's a stalk coming up from one, and hopefully that one will shoot out somewhere. That would be really cool. But mint everywhere is a ground cover. We have a lot of mint everywhere, and strawberries, and just a lot of plants everywhere, guys. I don't want to go over everything with you, but I'll show you. This is my vermiculture bin, and this is our moldering compost bin that is now full of mushroom fruiting blocks. And you can see there's some oysters back there fruiting, which is pretty cool. And our compost bin, we take the compost out of there and put it in here when we're getting the stuff out of the bottom. That way, you know, because the stuff on tops, we keep putting it on there, and that's more recent. So this hasn't been composted down very well. So we just empty this and put it in the yard, and then we take the top of that, put it in here, and we take the bottom of that and put it in the yard. And then we take some of this and put on top and grow plants in it. And that way it breaks it down a whole lot faster. There's more nutrient exchanges, they call it nutrient cycling. So as long as the nutrients are cycling in the soil and the biology is getting them from the parent material and giving to the plants, you've got this energy cycling happen, man, and it's really cool. And you can see the vibrancy in the plants and how healthy they are. But nutrient cycling, that's the trick, guys. That's the whole secret to this whole game. Yeah, so this is our mushroom fruiting chamber that used to be our chicken run. We've got lots of lion's mane, lots and lots. Very excited about that. Got some of them. That one up there looks like it might be ready to cut right there. But most of them look like they need a couple more days, I'd say. Yeah, so we got some lion's mane growing on. Alright, guys, and I love when I turn around and see this view. Check this out. It's just so pretty. I wish I could show you what my eye sees with a wider lens, but with the grapevine up here. Alright, guys, I'm going to take you this way. We're going to go out the front. Back to where we started. Alright, guys, hope you're having a great day. This is Tom, Permaculture Wilmington.